With me now is the new County Fire Officer for Greater Manchester, Steve McGuirk. Welcome to Channel M today.
Good afternoon.
How long have you been in the job, sir?
I'm just concluding my second week.
And how have you found it so far?
Fantastic, actually, and it's like coming home in a way. I used to be in Greater Manchester many years ago. Lots of family still in the area, and I wasn't a million miles away before. I was in Cheshire, so...
there seems to be a trend there. Our current Chief Constable formerly was the Chief Constable of Cheshire, and now our County Fire Officer was the Fire Officer in Cheshire.
It's just coincidence, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, maybe not. I mean, it must be useful to be on the doorstep and know the patch, and, you know, when the job came up, you've applied for it, but you must have had an advantage over other colleagues because you know the area so well. I
don't think so much an advantage in that regard. I think it's... I mean, you mentioned about kind of Peter. I mean, Peter and I have worked together for many years now, and actually we share very similar points of view. And actually what excited me about coming to Manchester was there's a real vibrancy about the city and a real energy about the whole sub-region. And it just looked like a fantastic opportunity. And,
will there be, you know, does it matter that there are good relations between the top jobs in the police and the fire service?
I think it does. I think it matters. There's good relationships between all of the senior figures across the whole kind of sub-region. I mean, we're going to face some really challenging times ahead. A very exciting period for Manchester, but still challenging nevertheless. So I think all the senior leaders, the chief executives of the local authorities, I heard your story on Sir Howard earlier on. I think it's crucial that all those senior figures work well together and have got a sense of, I suppose, a shared sense of purpose, really. You must come to the job with a vision. People do in your position. Peter certainly did. What's your vision for the fire service going forward in our patch? It's not so much a vision for Greater Manchester. I think it's too early for that. I really believe that before you can have a vision, you've got to get some sense of the world as it is now. I think I know a fair bit about Manchester from coming in, but I am still a bit of an outsider, and I think before you can have a really clear view about the future, then you have to take some time to find out, speak to the people concerned, and take a bit of time to form a view. I suppose the bigger vision that I'm always passionate about and have been for some time is about the role of the fire and rescue service, and I think about the value that our firefighters add to helping communities improve and get better. Words like social inclusion, I mean, the real strap lines, but I do think the work that we're seeing with our firefighters in some of the toughest parts of Greater Manchester...
Because they face a tough job. I mean, we report on Channel M News, you know, your lads go out in a pump or a tender and people chuck bits of concrete at them. It's not great sometimes, is it, being a firefighter around here?
It's not, but those still are very, very rare occurrences, and I think you can lose sight of the vast majority of the community, and vast majority, actually, who really value their firefighters. And I think it's important to hold on to that, because maybe at least part of the reason why people are throwing stones is we're still getting better at getting off the fire station and getting into the community. So... Well,
you go into schools, though, don't you, and you teach them... I mean, fire safety is another thing that you're keen to enforce, isn't it? And, you know, the fire prevention, rather than putting the fires out, it's better to stop them in the first place, isn't it?
It is, but I think we're actually going beyond fire prevention, as important as that is. We've got a whole set of initiatives with young people and old people. We're now partners with the Prince's Trust. We've got initiatives with Age Concern and a whole series of partners. And I think it's actually something about the firefighters. It's a bit trite, I guess, but the public still needs modern-day heroes. We're short of many things.
Oh, they come top of the list in any survey,
they do,
the firefighters?
And they tend to be quite outgoing characters, most firefighters.
I know several, I agree.
I'm going to say, and everybody knows a few firefighters, and they're always the life and soul of the party. So I think that's kind of nice, quaint idea about them. But actually, if you ask people the kind of words they associate with firefighters, it's words like respect, trust, integrity, teamwork, and all those are kind of features that I think society and communities really benefit from, and I think our firefighters, when they're working with groups in society, they can add a real value. OK, well, I would invite you back again in a few months' time when you've had your time to get your feet under the table, got a sense of Greater Manchester, and then maybe we'll talk about your vision for the fire service. But for now, very nice to have met you. Thank you for your time. Thanks very much.